Hey, my name's Nick. So, for my interview biography project, I decided to interview my Aunt Linda because I feel as though she's been a significant woman in my life. She she's someone who I've known my whole life, but recently, or basically right after I graduated high school, she kind of helped me to figure out like a career path for myself because I didn't really know quite what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew I had to go to college, um, and so that was really helpful for me. Now, at the same time, I never really got the chance to know her that well on a personal level. I'd see her at things like family gatherings and all, but we never really talked on, I guess, that personal level. And so I wanted to take this interview as an opportunity to get to know her better. Overall, I feel like the interview went pretty well. Um, I definitely got to know way more about her. I essentially got her life story, um, and a lot of things that really like I would not have expected. She was telling me about how she really struggled to find what kind of career she wanted to go into herself growing up. She started out as a cashier, and that was a pretty crappy job because it was where she experienced the most racism. She's Cambodian, just like me, and because of that, people or customers would come up to her and they would kind of speak English like really slowly to her or ask to see someone else because they just kind of assumed she couldn't speak English. Just very like stereotypical beliefs. Um, Now, she told me that she decided that she wanted a job that involved her helping people because she grew up pretty sick. Like she got sick really often. She was pretty much in and out of hospitals, and so she interacted with doctors a lot. And it was there that she really grew to appreciate how compassionate and considerate all of them were toward her. Um, but even in the concept of helping people, that's still like a really vast field, And so she went to college, and eventually she decided she wanted to be an EMT, working in the back of ambulances, helping in emergency situations. But once she actually achieved this and did this for a couple of years or so, she realized it was really, really stressful to be in those situations. Obviously, she kind of expected it, but she didn't really know quite the toll it would take on her and her now husband, but boyfriend at the time. Um, and so, after a couple of years of that, she decided to drop that and search for something new. And that was a really scary point of her life for her because it kind of set her back into square one of like, oh, okay, what do I do with my life? Um, she knew she still wanted to help people, and so she decided to pursue nursing as a career, and that is ultimately where she works now. She's currently a registered nurse at Highland Hospital in Oakland, which happens to be my hometown, um, and loves it. It's still stressful. It still takes a lot of hours, but it's ultimately way more manageable for her. And she, well, as soon as she changed, she could already see the difference it made in her relationship with her boyfriend, with her family, friends, everything. Um, but because it still takes a huge toll on her, she also definitely made an effort to experience leisure in her own ways. And to her, she said that, or in her words, she said that leisure was just let loose time. Leisure was making time for yourself. Um, and so that's what she did. She would do things like go swimming, go on hikes, play tennis a lot, um, and just spend time with her boyfriend. Sometimes do something that's like really, really simple, little nice things for each other, like setting up a bath for each other, or cooking a meal for each other. Just finding small enjoyment was really her key to leisure. Um, yeah, and now those two have been married for, I believe, 12 years, which is pretty great. It's a pretty solid looking relationship. um, yeah, I would say the biggest takeaway that I got from my interview with her was just that you should always look for your passion in life, but even once you believe you found it, it's very important to not be really narrow minded and focused into it. She was at the time with being an EMT, and that's a big part of why she felt so lost after she decided she couldn't do it anymore. It was just too stressful, it was just too taxing on her. Um, and so it's important to have some flexibility in that passion and openness to finding new passions, you know? Yeah, that's it.